Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Harry.
So this is our second collaboration, and today we're going to talk about our experience as architecture students studying online for the past semester due to the pandemic. Because as you guys probably know or heard of, architecture is a degree that embraces discussions and communications, collaborations among peers, which makes it very difficult to study online. However, we had to do it because of the current situations going on in the world, and there are lots of changes that we had to make in terms of how we study architecture. So, Harry, to start off, what are some things that you think is actually, I guess, good out of this digital age?
So I guess what is good about this digital age is that it's helped us kind of learn how to design during pandemic. Obviously there are new softwares and websites like Miro and Zoom and Zoom Whiteboard that we're kind of learning how to adapt to this situation and design collaboratively online and all that, with all this like drawing techniques online, like this online drawings that everyone else can see and all that.
I wouldn't say they're new softwares, but I feel like we've just started to really use them and like dig into the potential of these synchronous online boards that are potentially replacing our traditional A0 size paper on table.
Which is it's definitely quite nice because we can kind of communicate 24/7 anytime we want at our convenience kind of thing. Just like set a Zoom call and just like dish out a design so quick and all that.
Yeah, because I feel like in a traditional setting in the studio, like you have your own seat, and then in order to see other people's work, you have to like physically travel. However, now you kind of just
reducing travel time.
You just open one board and everyone's work is on it. Like you're not limited to.
And how great is that? Like we can reduce paper wastage for like better for the environment. You know, like.
I'm not sure about that because I feel like I personally still draw on paper in the early stages, but it's definitely less since we don't have to print out
the final presentation panels and all that. Like with the multiple A0 pages, like that's a lot of trees dying. You know?
Exactly. I also just feel like we were also encouraged to explore different medium of representation. I think coming from Sydney Uni undergrad, we were both used to having large sized panels print out for finals. However, last semester at Yale studying remotely, I've seen students, my peers, doing videos, animations, or like exploring their own type of like filmmaking in architecture in order to, I guess, be more engaging with our critiques who are now online instead of looking at our model. However, I do feel like it makes it very difficult to look at physical model online.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Actually, for us, we didn't even make physical models because because it wasn't fair for people who were studying online. Like obviously, if you were in Singapore, you could do that, but.
Yeah, definitely. Like as an online student, it was very difficult for me to make physical model at home. However, since Yale is a very much practical and hands-on degree in our first year, so most of our students did make physical models and did go to school to do that. But that was very difficult to be perceived nicely on videos unless you dedicate a whole movie like produced to capture a specific lighting effect of your model. So, is there any more pros that we want to talk about?
Well, I really enjoyed that I didn't need to make a physical model because that really saved time, I think.
I'm the opposite because I love model making and I feel like I didn't have the opportunity to do it because of it. But that's just very personal. Like some people like it, some people don't. And so after the pros, I guess there are way more cons that people can immediately think about. And there are lots of things that we do miss about traditional architecture school.
Well, actually, I quite like this online experience because travel time that was reduced, and because we are living in New Zealand. So like I'm kind of 5 hours ahead. I'm 5 hours ahead. So then I don't suffer the morning classes. I just like go to class around like afternoon or so, which is perfect for me. I'm not a morning person, so.
I cannot say the same. I've personally had majority of my semester in China and the end of it in New Zealand. So both China and New Zealand had a huge time difference to Eastern Time America. So most of my classes were online, were at night, and it goes through to the morning. So last semester was very difficult for me because I had to either get up really, really late or sleep really, really early for all my evening classes. And that was terrible. I hated it, it wasn't healthy, and I didn't feel like I had enough energy to participate in meaningful discussions because I was just too tired for most of the time. And I also just feel bad for my peers because they couldn't get the most valuable feedback from me due to this time difference. However, mine was a special case, and I feel like most online students don't have that big of a time difference. And yeah, so how about like missing out the studio experience? Do you miss being inside a building with designated desks?
Like definitely like being online, I feel like I'm still paying the same fee, so I'm not experiencing the whole essence of studying at this new university, studying masters and all that. I don't know why I'm doing this, but
I think definitely like we didn't get to use the school facilities, no laser cutting, 3D printing from school, which
thank God
very
not
used
though,
to.
because I hate lining up for laser cutting.
Oh, I also hate like lining up for it, but I personally loved the laboratories we had, and so I think that's a huge downside of studying online. It did save a lot of time, and it was somewhat efficient, so
it's definitely a nice experience that I guess is very valuable because perhaps more pandemics will happen in the future, and that learning how to study online or working online with others is definitely very valuable because I guess like it might happen again, and we might need to have this skill of cooperating online,
like living with new situations and like trying to embrace
adapt.
it.
Like it's very important to learn how to adapt to situations.
For sure, no matter if we like it or not, this is it, and we need to try to
make the most of it.
Yes. So that's it to the video. If you guys have any comments, write your comment down below, like and subscribe.
Check out my channel at harrylam.pdf.
So yeah, bye.